Well, he's dead. Another dead one. Deady. Deadified. 2 more dead. Dead from the neck up. Dead from the neck down. Meh, that's life. I really wish that I could say that was the last death, but it's not. And even that one was not the last. Hello and welcome to another video. I would like to start this video by apologising for my absence. If you haven't been able to read my post, you would not understand that I am currently working on a project. So far this project has been a lot harder than I thought it was. I used to play Minecraft a lot, and now I have returned to Minecraft. It's had updates a lot. It's like a completely different game. I have pretty much no idea what I'm doing at this point, but I figured, hey, let's jump into a hardcore world and see what happens. Spoiler alert, this is not my first hardcore world. If you haven't been watching my streams, then yeah, let's just pretend that the deaths in the intro were the only deaths to ever exist, and there was 100% no more attempts than the ones that you can count from there, and this is whatever number after that. I genuinely lost count of the amount of times I have attempted and only got to like day 3 or 4. I don't know if you guys have been in my stream, so let me just very quickly let you know. Every single attempt I have been trying to get to day 10. I'm trying to very simply just get to day 10. That was the original idea. And then I died a bunch on days 1, 2 and 3. And then I was like, okay, we're gonna not go for day 10. We're just gonna try and beat our record. And ever since, we've died a lot on days 1, 2 and 3. We've died a lot on days 0. And I think this is probably the best run that I've had so far. We ended up using a template because I wanted to spawn in kind of near a village. So I guess I did cheat. So yeah, maybe that invalidates this attempt. Who knows? I'll find out in time, and if it does invalidate the attempt, well, at the end of the video, you'll see. There's going to be plenty more attempts in the future. After meeting all of my lovely neighbours and stealing all of their items in their chests, I decided it was time for me to settle down somewhere. I didn't really want to be settling in this village, but I figured for now it's probably the best place for me to do it. I don't have to build a house. We got a couple of farms dotted around, and obviously you can now trade with villagers. I say now, it's probably been in the game for a very long time, but the last time I played, you could not trade with villagers. Half of the mobs didn't even exist, friendly and foes. For instance, when did they add dolphins to the game? Like, genuine question. And what do they do? Because I keep seeing them. They must have some sort of use. There must be something that I can do with it. Can I tame a dolphin? Can I ride it? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm enjoying the caves though. They look a lot less boring. And I kind of knew that there were going to be updating caves because of social media. I saw it all over my Instagram. I saw it all over my YouTube. Yeah, all over TikTok. And I'm going to be honest, even seeing those updates, that doesn't even prepare you for what's going on in the game. I probably could have made life a lot easier for myself by just jumping on an easy, normal, hard survival world. But where's the fun in that? So, if you don't know, then you must have been living under a rock, because I didn't even play Minecraft and I knew that this was being added. Hardcore mode. Sounds, well, it sounds hardcore. Let me just give you a rough idea of what happens. It's exactly the same as any other survival world. The only difference is, once you die, you die. There's no revive, there's no going back. You just cease to exist in that world. Bit like real life, really. So I decided to see how long I could survive in the wilderness by myself. I couldn't tell you how many worlds I've been in, because as I've been going through and dying, I've been deleting them. As I mentioned earlier, the main goal of this is to reach day 10. The sub-goal of it is to just beat my record of 6. obviously I'm attempting to get to day 5, and then we'll deal with the next 5 days after that. Normally when people play Minecraft, they go up and delete a tree, make themselves a pickaxe, an axe, and a sword, and then they go on their way and have their adventures. Well, I decided that I was going to do it a little bit differently. You see, I decided, instead of doing all of this, I would be going and looking for things like iron, copper, diamonds, you name it. I was just looking for different resources. Mainly so that I could take them back and trade with different villages if I came across them, and also just so that I could build myself some armors and stuff. I mean, I did come down here to look for resources, and we did find some iron and some copper. We eventually find some lapis, and I spent about 2 days, nearly 2 full days down in the mine. At the end of these 2 days, my inventory was looking rather full. So I decided to surface. I decided to go back to my house. Maybe it wasn't the best of ideas, but you know, I just decided on the spot, we're gonna go home. I had no idea what I was doing, but I believe that I was mainly just trying to get to my furnace so that I could smelt all of the resources that we'd just found. And yeah, I think that was literally the only reason that I'd actually surfaced. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I did end up covering all of this just because I didn't want to fall down the middle. That is a mistake that I have made in a couple of my hardcore worlds. I seem to die from fall damage quite a bit. But with the threat of fall damage out of the way, the mobs of Minecraft decided they were going to have their way with me. This skeleton was literally camping at my house. Maybe it was the only place with shade. Who knows? Who cares? He's now dead. And I was really hoping that the rest of my playthrough would be like this. Unfortunately, the rest of my playthrough was like this. I literally walk around the corner and there's another skeleton at the front of my house. So I am genuinely thinking at this point, maybe I should have taken off the excess blocks that hang over the edge, because that way there wouldn't have been a shadow for them to have stayed there. It would have been brilliant for me to have had this thought whilst I was playing the game. But it's amazing what hindsight can do. I did actually end up sitting here for a little bit, just kind of psyching myself up, and I was debating on breaking the window, and I thought, actually, no, we're going to go and take on this skeleton. As you can see, he does actually give me quite a bit of trouble. I am now down to 3.5 hearts, which is not where I want to be, at all. I must have been half asleep at this point because I completely forgot that I have bread in my second tab and I could have eaten it and healed. Watching my videos back frustrates me, but I am learning things that I will use in my next hardcore world. It actually really irritates me, this bit, because it is a full 2 minutes until I decide to do anything about the fact that I am on 3.5 hearts. All I needed to do was eat 1 loaf of bread at this point, and I would have been fine. I would have been healing, we could have gone back down to the mine, and everything would have been dandy. Instead, I have 2 minutes of opening. I have a 2-minute opening where literally anything could have killed me. If a creeper blew up, I'm dead. If a couple of skeletons spawned, I'm dead. If a zombie spawns, I'm dead. Now, miraculously, nothing spawned. Even though I have no torches up, which I do actually question right now. But you know what? Let's not question it too much, because I end up eating my bread right now, and as you'll see, I do start gaining back a little bit of health. Very, very slowly. I keep forgetting that when you heal, your hunger goes down. And this is a very obvious thing that kind of every Minecraft player knows. But it's just something that I've never had to really think about in other games. So me playing other games since playing Minecraft, I'm kind of out of the rhythm. I'm out of the know-how, you know. I haven't had to do most of the things in this game, so I'm just not used to it anymore. At this point, after looking in my crafting chest, I realised that I was out of sticks. So I decided to take a couple of blocks out of a tree. And by a couple of blocks, I of course mean the entire tree. We're not going to have any floating trees on this server. and I was just walking around, kind of looking for some skeletons and stuff so that I could get some bone meal, but unfortunately there were none. So I decided to be greedy and take another tree. As you do. Upon my arrival back home, I immediately messed up. I went out to get sticks so that I could build more tools. So what do? Put all of my cobblestone into a chest, turn around, and smelt some things with the wood that I just collected. It was not very smart of me to do this. Like, I needed that wood for other things, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I did. It allowed me to get more resources to build more things, and it also allowed me to cook some food. After the whole process was complete, I ended up with enough iron to make myself a full iron armor, and I ended up getting the achievement Iron Man, which, you know, is just it's just a funny name for it. And if you also look in my inventory, you will have just seen a bunch of pickaxes and a bunch of things. The reason for this, well, I did smelt a bunch of things in the furnaces, and then what ended up happening is I took half of the wood back, turned that into sticks, and put them into the crafting table to turn into various tools and things, you know. I very quickly declared that I am Iron Man in the chat. The main reason for this was just for stream. It was just a little joke that I did, and also it was because I got the achievement Iron Man, so it just makes sense. After all of that, we obviously went to bed and got ready for the next day. And so begins day 6, the infamous day that I have been aiming for. 1 after 5, we managed to make it through to day 5, the next target is 10. The infamous day 6 began with, inventory. What? Oh, I'm not killing zombies or mining? What do you mean I'm doing inventory right now? I grabbed as many tools as I could, and I literally just head off to the mine. I knew I would eventually. I ended up skipping through this because I literally just ran down the stairs. Like, how entertaining is that? Just me running down a flight of stairs. Anyway, here's me running down another flight of stairs, straight over to some iron ore, which I had been looking for. Oh my god, I was so glad that I had managed to find this cave. This was like an endless opportunity for me. I could go left, I could go right, I could go up, down, I could break through the walls, I could break through the floor. There was so much that I could do down here. I was looking around thinking, oh, do you know what? I could have a tunnel poking off this side. I can manage to do something over here. We'll have something down there. The ideas were really just jumping to my head. They were kind of entering and exiting quicker than I could process them. I've also noticed my lack of torches. I have no excuse for this. I just don't have any torches. I think I actually had some coal earlier, or maybe I don't have coal and that's my issue. I think the only torches that I have were the ones that came with the house. So anyway, I'm going to go and get some more iron and some copper, because after all, we came down here to get resources. I could sit here worrying about my lack of light, or I could brave through it, attempt to get some things, and if any trouble came up, I could deal with it. I've managed to survive 6 days at this point. I'm quite happy, I'm quite content, and I'm very confident in my skill to survive at this point. The main issue that I was concerned about is the fact that I had too many pickaxes on me, and I didn't have enough spaces to pick up different resources. I do just spend a little bit of time in this cave, just kind of nosing around, I guess, and every ore that I find, I dig up. I don't leave anything. If I see it, it's coming with me. And I literally used this logic with every type of ore that I could find. I did actually mess it up here because I completely forgot that you can't get redstone with a stone pickaxe. I just completely wasted an entire block of... yeah. Anyway, here's my iron pickaxe. I had to get rid of my bread. And obviously, at this point, I'd learnt my lesson. I had to drop something in order to pick it up. That was the lesson I learnt, by the way, guys. Not the lesson of the pickaxe thing. I'd probably do it again in the future, if I'm being 100% honest. It's just something that slips my mind. Having spent a little while down there, I decided it was time to come back up and check on my crops. This is one of the reasons that I really needed bone meal. There is nothing here. There is literally nothing here. I have one piece of wheat to my name, and that is it. You can't make bread with this. You can't make cakes with this. In fact, one piece of hay by itself is pretty useless. So I have no idea why I didn't just drop it in my chest and walk off. We did actually end up spending the rest of the day just smelting down all of the things that I had grabbed from the cave, and also I ended up making a second and third chest. I do end up making a very big chest just to go over the top of my crafting table and the previous chest that I had put down. The reason for this is, well, I mean, you just saw the reason. If you didn't see that that box was full, then what's wrong with you? Anyway, here comes my extra box. I was mistaken. I thought I built 2 boxes and put one over the chest and one over the crafting table, but apparently I was incorrect. But day 6 had successfully been survived, and so we started day 7. We had made it a week, everybody! I've actually managed to survive for a week after only managing to get days 1, 2 and 3 repetitively over and over and over again. But the one world that I had managed to beat before this was on day 6. So at this point I've beaten my record. We are doing amazing. We're perfectly on track for day 7, and I cannot wait to carry on playing. And just like always, we start our day nice and wait, there's a wolf? Let me just quickly give it some bones. I could do with a pet. What do you mean it doesn't want to be my pet? I didn't have enough bones on me, guys. And this guy didn't even give me a bone, so I couldn't even go and give him to the wolf. I really wanted that wolf. But anyway, we continue with our day. Going down, down, down the spiral staircase. And heading towards our new cave. By the way, guys, that's what I skipped earlier. That's why I skipped it. Those stairs are literally the least, like, exciting thing. They are the least eventful thing in this entire world. Even getting wheat is more eventful than walking down these stairs. I actually have no idea why I cleared that level. It was completely unnecessary. I didn't need that cobblestone, like, at all. Like, actually looking back at it, I have no idea why I did that. But I did find some iron when I went past that point. Now that I'm in the cave, obviously I'm back to collecting resources. This is my day 7. Day 7 of being in the cave. Day 7 of collecting resources. Day 7 of surviving. I am absolutely pumped at this point, and I think, yeah, I can take these zombies. They're going to be no problem for me. I completely forgot to craft a shield. I should probably mention that, although I probably don't need to. And yeah, you thought that creeper was going to kill me, when really, it didn't. So, you know, how stupid do you feel right now? Obviously, with all the threats out of the way, I went back to collecting resources. It is literally the only thing that I plan on doing throughout this playthrough. I'm going to survive as many days as I can by just collecting resources and smelting things. I didn't even plan on killing the Ender Dragon in this playthrough. I didn't even plan on adventuring that far away from the village. At this point, I was quite well set. I think I found myself a nice little village to live in. My neighbours are nice, even though I stole everything from them. They are brilliant neighbours to me, and
Yeah, I was loving life at this point. You see, I just killed a creeper. I was on top of the world. I was like, no one can mess with me. I just killed a creeper. I've killed zombies. I have no shield because I don't need one. I felt badass.
Anyways, back to collecting resources. And at this point, I'm collecting things that I don't even know what they are. I have no idea what any of this is. This purple stuff looks like amethyst, if I'm guessing that it's amethyst. I think I actually did read it, and I do believe it is amethyst. But at the time of recording, I had absolutely no idea what this is. I still don't know what this is used for. So if anyone has any like suggestions, let me know, because if I ever come across amethyst again, I would like to experiment and see what it actually does, if I'm given the chance. I'm saying that like I'm about to die. At the point of turning around, I realised there was a little cave going towards the right of where I was facing. I decided to not break all of the amethyst, as it would catch my eye and bring me back to this location. I knew that without the torches, there was no point in me actually venturing down that way, because it was pitch black, and I can guarantee that I was going to die if I'd went down that way. So, yeah, I left it there to just kind of remind me to go down there in the future, when I had torches. That spider very nearly claimed my life. If I died to a spider, I would have thrown my PlayStation out of the window. After escaping my very close call with death, I decided to leave the mine completely. I do believe I actually have bread in my inventory at this point, but I just completely forgot about it. So I ended up coming back home, and I was looking for, well yeah, I was looking for food, to be able to heal myself, of course. What else would I be looking for? Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I forgot that you have to have a full hunger bar. You have to fill the bar to be able to heal. And I guess I'm just hoping that I heal miraculously. Or maybe I didn't even notice that I was only on 2 hearts. I have no idea what's going on right now. I am looking at it and I thought something else happened, but it didn't. Instead, I'm now taking out wood from a house. Earlier in the video I said I didn't want to do this. Why did I do that? There's a forest right there and I'm attacking my neighbor's house. I am so confused. I completely forgot about this bit, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what we got those. What did I get them for? Okay, so obviously we had to make them into, yeah, and then what did we do? Oh, I was making a shield, of course! Because I've taken so much damage, I'm going to need a shield to keep myself protected. And now I go to eat! Oh my days! Well done! Wait, why am I not eating? There we go. Well done, Reaper's Axe. You finally decided to eat something. No, that was never ready. Why did you do that? I think that may have been a misprint, a misclick actually. I think I may have accidentally pressed the button and yeah, I don't think I was meant to do that. Anyway, moving on very quickly, obviously, because it's sped up. What did I do here? I remember, I think I emptied my inventory. I was getting all the ingots out and everything, and I was trying to just empty my inventory into these places. Obviously, at this point, I'm running out of space in my second chest. I have 3 slots left. And I'm still carrying that single piece of wheat. How cute. It must really love the adventures that I've been taking it on, because, I mean, yeah. I don't even think this piece of wheat ever gets... Oh my god. I thought I was going to die then. I thought that's how I died. I know how I died. And I still thought that is how I died. Too close. That was too close. I am currently sat on 1 heart. And, yeah. I'm about to enter my mine. Do I eat? Oh my god, I eat a jacket potato to bring my health back up. I'm learning, everybody. It's only taken me 7 days to learn to eat. Oh my days. If I had a counter for the amount of times that I forgot to eat in this, yeah, I mean, it would be way up there right now. I had to cut out so much, And there's like a 15-minute window, I think, where I just didn't eat. Yeah, don't even ask. Don't even ask.
At this point, I guess I must have gotten bored of eating and waiting, because I am 3 hearts down from full health, and I decided, hey, do you know what? Let's just go into that cave. Let's just go and have an adventure. We managed to take on a couple of monsters. Here's another one. Slime. Dead. We managed to take on a few monsters down here, and I'm kind of slowly building my confidence back up. I mean, I still don't have any torches, so I've been in the dark this entire time. I do apologise if the video itself is quite dark. I'm watching it back, it doesn't seem to have any issues, but yeah, maybe if you're watching on a phone with your brightness down, you might not be able to see this bit. Oh yeah, copper. I decided to go and grab this copper. In fact, I think I grab it now. Yeah, I quickly place some stairs there, jump over, and I go to work. With the copper in my pocket, I decided to continue adventuring deeper into this cave. And to my luck, I actually managed to find another vein of iron. And I'm going to be 100% honest, at this point I started getting a little bit suspicious. I was like, I'm finding so much down here. What is about to kill me? I feel like you guys may already know the answer to that. But anyways, here we go. Even though I was suspicious and every bone in my body was telling me, go back to the surface, you've done enough today. What did I do? I continued, of course. Oh my god, is that another slime? Let's go and get it. That's exactly what I thought. I'm just saying exactly what came to mind as this happened. Oh my god, it hurt me for half a heart, and I managed to take the entire thing out. Awesome. Now there's 2 creepers. One's locked onto me. Oh my god, warfare, warfare, let's get him. Oh, he blew up, I'm okay. On to the next one. Warfare, warfare. I definitely should have listened to every bone in my body. And because I didn't, well, my dream of reaching day 10 ended on day 7. So I managed to survive a week in hardcore. And I was killed by a creeper. Massive thank you for joining me. And my next stream I will be attempting to get to day 10. My next upload will be me on day 10. I'll see you there. Keep being awesome, and I will catch you in the next video.